At Strategic Wealth Designers, we like to take time to focus on different charities and organizations around town.
The team at Strategic Wealth Designers and I personally hold a passion for supporting local charities, and we feel it is extremely important to support the local community.
So here's one of our most popular segments, Strategic Wealth Cares.
And welcome. We have a very special segment today. We have two humans and a non-human, a really big non-human. GRAND is this organization, and I'd say Everest here qualifies as GRAND. And you want to hit the R's really hard. It's GRRAND. And with me I have Nina Scott. She is president of GRAND. And I have Pam Berklint. And you are a volunteer with GRAND.
Yes.
And tell me, what does GRAND stand for?
GRAND is for Golden Retriever Rescue and Adoption of Needy Dogs. So we do quite a bit. As you can see, Everest is a Great Pyrenees.
Great Pyrenees.
Great Pyrenees. We have branched out. We're a group of over 20 years, mostly all volunteer. So we rely on a lot of dedicated volunteers like Pam, who really devote a lot of time to help the whole process come together. This little guy is a Great Pyrenees, and we also rescue labs along with Goldens. We have branched out to other animals because of the restrictions. They've been coming down on breeders, which is great. So we don't get a whole lot of just Goldens that come in. So we really want to keep rescuing, obviously. So Great Pyrenees and labs are usually in line with Goldens. So families that put an application in, they tend to love this breed as well. And
well, I can understand why you call him Everest. Huge dog. How many pounds do you think?
He's just shy of 60.
He's
now.
very
just shy
underweight.
of 60, and
he's
so
very underweight.
Sweet. Oh, he's underweight.
Very
I
underweight.
can feel his bones back here. I can tell.
He should be at least 100 by now, at least. But
and what condition was he found in, and where?
We're not sure. We get a lot of people who either turn in their dogs. Goldens look so cute when they're a puppy, and then when you come home and you're working and they had chewed your rug and you don't have time, we get that call around 9 months. So we get a lot of turn-ins from people who just don't have time, which is okay. But then we also get strays, people who have found a dog being neglected or abused and will call us to see if we can take them. So we think he was neglected and got out from his owner, and another local shelter that we work with called us. So we have a lot of local shelters with contacts that will call us directly if they get a Golden Retriever or a Great Pyrenees or Lab in, and we'll take them. And we never turn a dog down based on medical needs ever. So that's really our biggest expense is vet care. We really, surgery, doesn't matter what age, we really try to do everything we can to prolong the dog's life. And
you say the organization is about 20 years old.
Over 20 years old, and we still have some founding members that started GRAND over 20 years ago. It's just a great group, and we're just a big family, and we all love the main mission, and that's to give them a better life and a better home. And it's just a great hobby and a love for us. We just enjoy it.
And now, how long do the dogs usually stay with GRAND?
Sometimes we get them a family before they even step foot in our kennel. We try to evaluate them. We give a vet care for every dog that comes in. So we cover a lot of vet costs. So for him, he'll probably, I'm sure, last only a few weeks in a foster.
Beautiful.
Pam's probably hoping, because otherwise her and her husband may adopt him themselves.
They get too attached.
Because he's so sweet.
Well, I have, my rescue dog only weighs 13 pounds. You know, she turned out to be a small dog. But I have friends who have really big dogs, and it does take training, doesn't it?
It depends. So some come to us, you know, there's just so many different scenarios. Some come to us already basic obedience training. Some come to us very shy and timid if they've been abused and neglected, and it takes a little time for them to warm up to people. We do have two great trainers we work with. Alicia Noshnag in Cincinnati, she's from Wags Park, and John Imler, who is here locally with Top Dog Training. And when we get a severely just neglected or just having issues, they are our go-to trainers, and we'll actually pay to have them trained before we place them in a home to make sure, because our ultimate goal is they've already bounced around who knows how many times. By the time we get them, we want to make sure the home they go to is the final destination. So that's our main goal.
But what you're saying is that a big dog doesn't take that much more training than a little dog.
We absolutely not, and the age doesn't matter either. So we've had dogs come in that are 8 or older, and we get them trained, and they learn, they adapt. They can even have a new name when they're 8. You'd be amazed. You can change a name when they're older.
And they're okay with it.
They answer, absolutely.
They just want love, huh?
Absolutely.
And I know you need volunteers.
We do. We have a very lengthy process. So you put an application in. Pam is actually our lead screening coordinator, so she reviews all the applications. We do reference checks on all of the applicants. So we check their vet history if they have a current dog. Then we go and have a volunteer do a home visit to make sure the home is just fit in a good environment, has a fence, that sort of thing. And then Jane Sontag, which is one of our founding members, she does all the placements. So she will speak with the family once they're approved to make sure it's a good fit, because she really knows the dogs. We try to get to know their behavior, so we don't want to place a dog that's not going to work for the family.
Right, yeah.
If they have children, that sort of thing. And then we have volunteers who transport, who do vet care, who follow up with the families after they've been adopted to make sure they don't need anything else. It's just we have a lot of opportunities.
So if you love really grand dogs,
absolutely,
the really big ones, that's where you can go to volunteer. And we said you need money. I know you're having Grand Affair. Your event
our
is
annual fundraiser,
November 9th. Tell me about that.
So this is what we held this event every year because we just solely work on donations. We're all volunteers, and so our vet care costs about over $100,000 a year because we place about 200 dogs a year in adoptions. So we really rely on donations. If we have a severe case for a medical that comes in, we'll try to use social media to promote if there needs to be a surgery, things like that, because sometimes that can cost up to $10,000 for just one dog. So we really, really push for the Grand Affair because that's our main driver to make us go forward the following year and rescue these great dogs. So.
I bet they go through a lot of food.
Oh yeah, we buy a lot. We keep Costco in business, I think.
Well, the Grand Affair is November 9th, and where will that be?
The Melwood Arts Center.
The Melwood Arts Center.
Yes.
So look for that. And how do we get in touch with Grand Affair?
You can visit our website at GRRAND.org, and it has tickets and applications and information on our group. So everything you can find on our website.
All right. Thank you for being
here.
Thank you
for having us.
And thank you, Everest. You have been quite a treat.
And
quite
he
a delight.
is available for that family, so
perfect family.
they can go to our website.
Very well behaved.
Thank you.
Thank you.